Good morning. This is Julz and Paekau coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand. Now, this is my broadcast number 91, which has been quite a while in the making, but it all takes time. And I'd like to welcome you here this morning at 1 a.m. in the morning, New Zealand time, on the 3rd of August 2018. And first of all, I'd just like to give a big thank you to the TBC community who have shown me nothing but compassion and humbleness due to the endeavours that I've been going through over the last 7 weeks. But to be able to interact again with my TBC community has meant everything to me, because you don't want to get too far behind. And doing my live broadcasts have given me a sense of achievement. So for today, and with everything that's happening, I'd first like to go over to the blog where some congratulatory videos need to be shared. And as we have all done, we've all been able to congratulate the winners of the competition for July. Congratulations to both the first and second place winners of the July Paid Recruits Cruise Contest, Raul Barbasa and Maria Davina Jose, both who are from the Philippines. So congratulations, Raul Barbasa, who recruited 494 people for the month of July, and that's paid and registered. So that's a huge effort from you, Raul, and congratulations are definitely on the table. So he will receive a stateroom, as will Maria Davina Jose, who recruited 146 people into the TBC community. So for the first and second place getters, a huge congratulations. Yes, you're going to enjoy the mightiest of cruises. And what an effort, what a well done effort. As you know, we have our leaders here, people who engaged in the competition during the month of July. So congratulations to everybody who took part in this awesome prize that was given away. Congratulations to the first and second place winners of the July Paid Recruits Cruise Contest, Raul Barbasa and Maria Davina Jose. Both of you did a remarkable job of building up the TBC community with so many new members. I'd also like to thank all of the top 10 paid recruiters for your great achievements in July. This is an impressive group. It just so happens that both our first and second place winners come from the Philippines, and TBC owes a debt of gratitude to the hardworking members that are from that country. Absolutely. And as we all know, Doc Dan and his entourage are doing an awesome job in the Philippines. Winners like these help us to see what is really possible. So many people discount their ability to share TBC with others and hardly bring anyone into our ranks. We can all do much better in our recruiting efforts. Both of our winners will enjoy an ocean view stateroom on the anniversary cruise in March 2019. Oh, I can just imagine the excitement right now. And they each can bring a spouse or companion. Oh my gosh, that's a once-in-a-lifetime cruise. 4 cruise tickets will be issued to these 2 winners. The great thing about a cruise is most of all the expenses are covered, and perhaps outside of paying for airline tickets, the trip is financially worry-free. Oh my gosh, what an awesome prize. Big ups to you, Raul and Maria. The whole experience will be a luxurious adventure through the Caribbean. Once again, congratulations. Ocean views. Wow, awesome. Yes, a very awesome job to you both. Congratulations once again, Raul and Maria. So I'm just going to go back here so I can move on to the next congratulatory post, which is our toolbox winner. Congratulations, TBC Dr. Joe Stevens, for winning the July Toolbox Cruise Contest. So we do have our means here in New Zealand, Dr. Joe Stevens, who has won the Toolbox prize for the month of July, where he too will also has won a balcony stateroom for 2 on the 2019 cruise. TBC Dr. Joe Stevens, you did a beautiful job on your TBC toolbox and you won. You plus one, perhaps your wife, will receive tickets to go on our anniversary cruise in March 2019 and enjoy our balcony stateroom. And the fresh air of the ocean will be yours to enjoy just outside your balcony stateroom door. That's marvellous. I assure you of having the time of your lives on this cruise. Now, the stateroom, balcony room, just to be on the cruise is fantastic. And Joe, Dr. Stevens, has demonstrated how his expert online prowess or proud or his endeavours to put together such a winning toolbox that the whole TBC community have had the privilege of going through. Your toolbox was made using a sophisticated slide share experience. It is beautiful and something to behold. Yet, a TBC toolbox is never complete because each blog post is a separate tool. And you have many more tools to add, and as you continue to develop it, you will save a great deal of time as you build your TBC team. Let the tools do the hard work for you of explaining aspects of TBC. A simple spreadsheet could have been used to make a toolbox, but the TBC community enjoyed the best addition flair you brought to the toolbox in your own special way. You are a winner, and no one can deny that. If you haven't seen TBC Dr. Joe Stevens' toolbox, here it is. Dear TBC members, are you using a toolbox? If not, you are not doing your team if not, you are not only doing your team a disservice, you have done a disservice to yourself. Get a TBC toolbox or build one of your own today. Now let's go and have a look at Dr. Stevens' toolbox because it's something we're sharing. The suffering is unnecessary until you realise that it is necessary. Introduction. So this introduces you to TBC and its inception. It's so well planned, well thought out, easy to manoeuvre. Slide after slide is just explaining what your toolbox can consist of to help you with your recruits. Receiving the gift. Signing into TBC. All the steps that guide you through carefully. Navigating your Pringles back office, which is an integral and important part of knowing your back office. Get familiar with your back office. Registration to the new 009 wallet. All the instruments to guide you safely through the sign-up process of TBC, the billion coin. The many broadcasters that are available in the awesome catching up with the broadcasters, which total many. There are so many. I might have skipped one, but this is to show you the expertise in which Joe Stevens brings his toolbox to the community. And with this guidance, the ability to access the different parts of TBC, well thought out, well planned, and easy to interpret. Come on, next slide, please. Okay, see, well thought out, awesome job, Joe Stevens. Understandable. Well thought out, absolutely. And the cruise that he's just won, awesome. So all his different links where you can get in touch with him. And so yes, fantastic. Well put together, fantastic job. So once again, congratulations. Just come back to here. Good morning, Eric A. Osili. Thank you for coming from the Netherlands. It's awesome to meet you. This has been a broadcast that been a while coming, but thank you for being here. And I just wanted to once again congratulate the winners, as I've got plenty to catch up with, as far as the competition that is now over, and to Raul Barbasa and Maria Davina Jose, who won each won a stateroom on the 2019 cruise, and to our own Dr. Joe Stevens from here in New Zealand, who has won a balcony room for his endeavours and putting together a very well-planned toolbox. Now, my second part of my broadcast, I'd like to go back and share the first blog of the evening in the Billion Coin, and there is now a what's happening? Okay, yeah. So what's happening now? We have a new competition. So we'll go back to here. And we have the August 2018 cruise contest. So let's go through this. This is just as exciting. Okay, August 2018 cruise contest. So this is for the month of August. There are 2 qualifications to enter the contest to win a cruise for the month of August. Wow. So, admin, TBC admin, just giving that opportunity to those like Raul, Maria and Stephen, who have had an opportunity to win a place on that cruise. So once again, here we have another opportunity. There are 2 qualifications to enter the contest to win a cruise for the month of August. You must either attend or view a weekly Send Button meeting. Now you have 2 choices. On Mondays, we have the English version, and on Tuesdays, we have the French Send Button meetings. Don't miss these meetings. Wow. So, whichever language you speak, French, English, you have 2 opportunities. Why not go to the both of them? You must do at least 1 approved broadcast per week, and the first broadcast needs to happen either on or before August 10th, 2018. Broadcasters empower you while lifting up the whole TBC community. Get your first broadcast done on the 10th or before, or you will not even be in the race to win the cruise. It's a minimum of 4 broadcasts spread out weekly in the month of August. How fantastic is that? In order to win, you have to be in either first or second place of producing paid recruits within the month of August and fully qualified as stated above. So just like Raul Barbasa and Maria Davina Jose had produced their amount of recruits paid and registered for the month of July. So we go through the same process for the month of August, where we all have the opportunity to get paid recruits in who register, and I believe buy their $100 worth of Kringles to qualify as a number in your count for the month of August. So that's paid recruits within the month of August and fully qualified as stated above. So that's TBC member, $10 back office paid with $100 Kringles purchased, and I believe that'll be your first recruit and many more to come after that. Both winners will get their own interior staterooms on the cruise, and each room holds 2 passengers So you can bring someone with you on the cruise. If you have already paid to go on the cruise, you will be given the equivalent value in Bitcoin as reimbursement. I strongly suggest you go ahead and purchase your cruise tickets now while the price is still low and staterooms are still available. The ship is filling up fast. It's going to be a fun-filled adventure for all. So there we have it, the competition for August. So once again, your broadcasts need to be done. We'll just go back to our screen. I'm doing fine, thank you, Eric. It's a long, hard road when you're doing chemo. Thank you very much. But I'm doing as possibly best as I can. It's never an easy road doing chemo, but I pull on my resources to get myself through, and hopefully I can overcome a few of the obstacles that are being put in my way. Thank you, Eric, and get through. You know, because not being a part of my TBC community, it's not that it's hurting my ability to get the word out there. It's actually given me a boost that, you know, here we have yet another competition, and you know, I would dearly love to take part of it in as much as I can, you know, without pushing myself too hard. So for the month of August, we have the TBC cruise competition, which is to do a broadcast before the 10th of August, attend the weekly send button meetings, both if necessary in French, because I believe Mbaye Derek will be doing his one on French on a Tuesday morning, which is normally a Tuesday morning for us here is our weekly send button meeting at 2 a.m. One broadcast a week for the month of August, and each member to be fully recruited and paid with a $10 back office fee and a purchase of 100 kringles, which makes this competition absolutely doable. We as TBC broadcasters, I'm so happy to be a broadcaster here within the TBC community, and with all the compliments and get well wishes and just a humbling experience of those who have or who know of my plight at the moment. But I'm just so happy that it's been a whole week since the broadcast. But I believe that it can be an experience to uplift me, because I enjoy doing my broadcast and visiting the other broadcast people who are also doing an awesome job. Thank you, Eric. So I've I've gotten to the point that you know there are a couple of videos that I've watched on the blog, and I thought, oh, what have these got to do with anything? So, but in actual fact, on the explanation of everything, um, TBC admin have posted up. Where are we? applications. Now, I watched this video and I'm thinking quantum, and it actually goes into like down here talking about quantum, which I'm not versed on at all. But I've watched the short videos that explain it here. And what was more interesting to me is this video here, the Mandela effect, which I had no idea what it meant at all. But having gone through the blog, now I'm going to read this blog because it's very interesting. I had no idea what the Mandela effect was or even existed. So, what is the Mandela effect? It's when the past changes, like something to be true and it happened. But somehow through the years, it's changed. And many examples are given in here. So, these little the best effect examples, they do give a lot of very, very interesting to read. So I'm just going to go through the blog and read this bit out here. Okay, you may be asking yourself, what does any of this in videos above have anything to do with TBC and its mission to end poverty globally? My answer is everything. Consider this. The workings of the elite that seek to control the world are sometimes referred to as the establishment. Now, sometimes the establishment, that word alone, can have a variety of meanings, and sometimes they're not good meanings. The establishment could be anything. The establishment of a gang, the establishment of a secret society. It covers quite a range of groups. Over hundreds of years of concerted effort, the few we call the elite had built the very thing we now call the establishment. The establishment points to particular places of power and authority which positions certain people and groups of people to have power over others, which I would call enslavement by consent. Wow, that's a very rich few words there, enslavement by consent, something that we've all become familiar with. Not necessarily knowingly, consent or consciously consenting. Consent is a form of agreement. Agreement is an action of the mind. Take into account the meaning of the word government. The word government comes from the Latin verb gubernere, which means to control. Wow, gubernere. And actually, it sounds like a foul word. And the Latin noun mens, which means mind. Many would be surprised by this explanation. In this blog, I think I have done a good job showing that the elite have created a system that manufactures poverty as parasites feed off the masses through the deception known as artificial scarcity. Now, I've seen this article so many times and I often refer back to it as just one example of many articles here that prove this point to be true. Your mind falls for the deception of artificial scarcity, then you will behave accordingly, and poverty for most is the result. Once you focus your mind on the truth, that abundance is the natural order of things in the universe and especially here on earth. Then it will empower you by changing your behaviours in order to line up with having and enjoying abundance instead of living in poverty. The change first takes place in the mind. Again, ask yourself, why do the elite work so hard to manipulate the government, banks, media news, education, entertainment, markets, and business through bosses? It's because those are the places that can influence your mind the most. A quick point. In TBC, you are your boss and you are your bank. That completely empowers you to live the life of abundance. And I have a nice little quote that I like quoting every now and again, and is that you are the director of your life. Reality is a very strange thing once you begin the journey of studying the nature of what it really is. Obviously, the elite have gone to great lengths of manipulating reality through the aforementioned institutions. It seems that the insatiable appetite to control reality is leading them towards manipulating reality using dangerous technologies that access it at the quantum level. And there is that video on quantum computers available to watch. Have a look at it. Have they already built machines with the power to change the past to something other than what we recall it to be? That's a mind-blowing question, and yes, it is. As we know, if they can manipulate right in front of you while you're watching TV, then why can't they manipulate the past? When you dig deep into the agenda of the elite, it brings you to the study of transhumanism merger of man and machine, and it leads to the utterly complete enslavement of mind, body, and soul of all of humanity, and perhaps our extinction as a species. There is nothing wholesome about that agenda. It is just pure evil. As a living man or living woman, you have a voice and the free will to use it as you wish. If later you become transhuman, then essentially your voice and free will become imprisoned within your own body. And that, my friends, is hell. Do you want somebody else to control your thoughts, feelings, and actions through a mechanical system outside of your own personal control? No, we do not want this to happen. Let's reject the whole idea of transhumanism and stand up for free will. Your life should be your choice, period. We have arrived at an age where the most expensive things you can own is ignorance and apathy. Our awakening must be quickened now before it is too late for our entire species. Ending poverty will unlock massive amounts of free will to oppose such technologies with the financial means to put up a good fight. We are engaged in an info war without a bullet being fired. Yet the stakes could not be even higher than they are now. Shedding your personal ignorance and apathy is essential to saving you completely. By design, TBC empowers the individual at the very source of where power exists. We live in a digital world where it is easier to accept the idea of digital money. You can't force a rich man to do something they don't want to do, but a poor man will concede often and do much against their own will. This is why we need to end poverty, because of how others will use and abuse the poor for whatever reason. It's unfair, it's immoral, and it is just ugly to behold. TBC holds its value based on agreement. And like I said before, agreement is an action of the mind. Deprogramming the mind of a poor person so they can live the life of abundance is how we are ending poverty on an individual level. We will end poverty one person at a time because that is what will stick and remain ongoing. You are among the first to move towards the life of abundance. The elite are trying to hijack with technology what already works perfectly on a quantum level. Where is your brain? Yep, it is located in your skull and protected there. Where is your mind? Gotcha. You probably said the same place. But that is impossible. Your skull is not big enough to hold it. Your mind transcends time and space and not by thoughts alone. For many years now, toys for kids have been in the marketplace that allow children to use their minds to play with them, such as a moving ball, through an obstacle course, hands-free, by thought alone. Amazing! Your mind is the source of power for your existence, and it can connect with anything else on a quantum level. Practically all limitations are self-imposed. A famous Henry Ford quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, emphasizes how much attitude determines success or failure. You see, the source that empowers you is already within you. Joining TBC is done by agreement, an act of your mind. The numbers you see in your TBC wallet are an outside substance of what you agreed to believe in, and collectively we hold up the value of our coins. The beliefs you hold can be found in your heart, and when you believe in the numbers you see inside your TBC wallet, it completes your empowerment to embrace abundance. Finding others that believe likewise allows transactions to happen, and that is how we will change the whole world so that we will have abundance for all. Ending poverty will collectively place our group on an even playing field to defeat the elite on an evil agenda they may have. Not what they may have, they have. We can free ourselves of their mind, control over us in every regard. But how you perceive those numbers in your TBC wallet matters a lot in how you will behave within our community. Let me share a personal story. I still remember how it feels to be broke all the time. Most of my life was like that. It was like that for everyone hanging around me. It sucked. Being angry and frustrated and scared was just a normal day for me. From an early age onward, I read many books, none of which were novels. Most were success manuals. But my personal transformation came when I viewed the movie The Secret. Now, I'm sure each one of us have seen The Secret at least once. Purchasing this movie was the best investment I ever made in my life. I was immediately hooked. Over time, I watched the whole movie over and over again, literally over 200 times. I would share it with hundreds of people and sit with them and watch it again as they watched it for the first time, and then carry on discussions about it with them afterwards. And about a year later, from being exposed to this movie, I became a self-made millionaire for the first time. A normal day for me now is filled with enthusiasm and excitement while carrying a deep sense of gratitude for everything in my life. It empowered me with the belief that I could change the whole world for the better. Here we are today, and TBC is the manifestation of it. Wow, that's empowering. That's very empowering. You have access to a device more powerful than any quantum computer that allows you to portal through any version of reality, like going from poverty to wealth, and it is located in your skull. I'm teaching you how to get positive results in using it. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves creating dangerous technologies that can manipulate reality from its natural and perfect form. We need to put a stop to the elite from destroying what is beautiful and best fits humanity naturally. Examine your beliefs and discard those that are holding you back. The speed of your success in TBC is in your hands. All of us are at different levels. Collectively, we are getting stronger. Raise your awareness of what is going on in our world. Expose darkness and promote freedom. Only from higher ground can you lift up others. You have got the power. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed reading that. So we'll stop sharing here. And with that, it brings me to the close of my broadcast number 91, which I have thoroughly enjoyed bringing to you. Thank you, Eric A. Is Sally coming along as I muster up the energy. This has just enlightened me. It really has. And so this is Julz and Paekau signing off from Auckland, New Zealand. It's now 1:30 a.m. in the morning, and it's been a privilege to having you here at my broadcast area, and thank you very much. So this is Julz and Paekau from Auckland, New Zealand, signing off for now, and I hope to catch you back on my broadcast number 92. Ka kite, and you have a great day, evening, morning, afternoon, and I'll see you on my next broadcast. Bye for now.